New tonight, Pompeo versus Trump. The Secretary of State at odds with the president over what happened at Mar-a-Lago, the security breach, possible espionage. A Chinese woman arrested for illegally entering the property, 4 cell phones, malicious software on her person.
I think this tells the American people the threat that China poses. The efforts that they're making here inside the United States, not only against government officials, but more broadly.
I'm not concerned at all. We have very good control. I think that was just a fluke situation.
Out front now, Democratic Congressman from Maryland, Jamie Raskin, member of the House Oversight Committee, which was briefed yesterday by the Secret Service about this situation. Obviously, there's a big investigation going on to see if it's espionage. Congressman, okay, the president says, no problem, I'm not concerned. The Secretary of State, who is the most loyal lieutenant that the president has, basically at this point, is saying this is a big deal and it matters. What's up with them not being on the same page?
Well, obviously the president doesn't want to admit that he continues to let his guard down at Mar-a-Lago. You know, Camp David is in my district up in Thurmont, Maryland, and it would be as if Camp David also doubled as a hotel and spa. In other words, he uses it as his presidential retreat, the second White House, and so on. And at the same time, basically anybody who's willing to put down a credit card can get in there and wander around. And there are all of these parties and people coming in and coming out. And this woman was picked up with 4 cell phones, a laptop, and then a thumb drive that was infected with malware that could be a nightmare if it were installed in, you know, a computer on the premises. So I think obviously the president is in deep denial about what he has done, but the Trump administration continues to be just a mess in terms of security.
All right, so the Trump administration, obviously, right now in the midst of this Mueller report, which, you know, we've got members of Mueller's team now speaking out, some of them expressing frustration with the Attorney General, you know, Barr's summary of their nearly 400-page report, because they had their own summaries and he didn't use them. And so some of them are upset. Some of them are saying that their findings were alarming and significant, which they do not feel is the sense that Bill Barr gave at all in his 4-page summary. Do you think Barr is trying to hide something or not, considering I think he knows full well we're all going to get a chance to look at most of this thing?
Well, let's hope he knows that. Let's hope he's certain that it is going to be turned over. Every day that goes by, I think we're on day 13 or 14 now, it starts to feel less and less certain. But look, if you look at prior cases of independent counsels and special counsels, they turned over not just the report, but all of the accompanying and underlying material within a day or two. We're talking about vans coming over with big boxes of materials, tapes and notes and so on. And instead what we get is this mysterious and inscrutable 4-page press release that he continues to edit and update as he goes by amending his comments. It's a very disturbing situation. We believe in Congress that we have every right to the report, and we want it turned over immediately.
So when the president says, hey, you guys are going to get your 400 pages, and then you're not, that's not going to be enough, he's actually right. Right? Because you're saying, I want the report, but I also want the van full of whatever.
Yes. Well,
every one of those 500, you know, subpoenas, everything.
Absolutely. We want exactly what Congress has gotten in the past, because we are the institutional body that is appointed to do constitutional oversight over the president, not the Attorney General. The Attorney General works for the president. We do constitutional oversight over the executive branch. So we want exactly what Congress has gotten before.
All right. So, Congressman, I want to ask you about the former Vice President Joe Biden, a man you know personally, has been accused by multiple women of inappropriate touching over the years. And he talked about it today. Let me play part of it.
But there's some women who want to hear directly, I am sorry. Are you sorry for the way that you behaved?
I'm sorry I didn't understand more. I'm not sorry for any of my intentions. I'm not sorry for anything that I have ever done. I've never been disrespectful, intentional to a man or a woman.
A non-apology, is that the right thing to do?
Oh, gee. Well, first of all, I don't really know Vice President Biden, so I can't claim him as a friend of mine. And obviously, he's going to have to decide how he wants to deal with that situation. When you're in politics, at least the politics that I know, and I'm just in the House of Representatives, but we apologize all the time when we hurt people's feelings, we offend them, we bump into them. I mean, politics is a tough business, and people get their feelings hurt a lot. And so, I'm a middle child. I like to try to bring people together, and so I'm willing to say I'm sorry. But I don't know. He might feel like he's being targeted at this point, and, people are trying to conflate different kinds of behavior. So he's in a complex situation. But I think, look, the country is going through a transformation or a consciousness because of what's been raised by feminism, and that's all to the good. And I think he just needs to demonstrate to people that he's really caught up and he understands that he's offended some people.
All right. Thank you very much.